I can't remember. I was drunk when I cast it on. I was drunk when I cast it off. I don't properly remember. At least I'm honest. At least I'm honest. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly, also known as RowRow and Kades, and this is a knitting and designing podcast based in the northeast of England, where I talk about everything I've been knitting and designing over the last couple of weeks. This is episode 52. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, it's lovely to have you here. Happy New Year. This is my first video for the new year, so Happy New Year. It's lovely to see you. And not that I can see a black circle, but so I've lost my knitting mojo. It's creeping back in, but I have lost my knitting mojo over Christmas and New Year, possibly because I was spending all my time eating and drinking and not really doing much knitting. But it's creeping back. But I'm just warning you because I haven't got a lot to share. I have, but not like major amounts of finished objects because I've been working away all Christmas and New Year. I really haven't. What I will share with you first is, can you see I'm jumping straight in? I'm not going to waffle at you, I'm going to jump straight in. I finished, I think I showed you these. I finished Rowans Christmas socks. Did I show you these? I don't know if I did. Right, he's wore them, so they're hairy and fluffy. And I don't have I don't think I have a sock blocker that's this small. I think my other... I can't speak today, I'm sorry. I think my smallest sock blocker is slightly smaller, and then the next one I have is bigger. I'm not sure, I didn't attempt to block them. I kind of knitted them and went, here's your socks. So these are knitted in the West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in their latest Christmas colourway, which was the Nutcracker colour. And you can see there that they're really sparkly. Let's see if it'll focus on the colours. There we go. So I did these cuff down, heel flap and gusset, and then the heel flap and the toe, I used a botanical yarn mini that I had from a winter solstice advent. Hang on. So it's not a perfect match, but it was pretty darn close. Now, he wore them Christmas Day and they're too small. The heel kept going down his foot and everything, and then he did tell me they were really scratchy. So they're on my desk because I was going to unpick them and knit them a bit longer. I still have all this left, even though they're still here. Even though I knitted a full pair for myself and a pair for him. Hang on. I've still got all of this. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think you could get 2 pair of adult socks out of these. Out of a signature 4-ply. I've never tried, but I am assuming that you can. I didn't search to make mine twins, by the way. They just, see, they start at different points. And the same with Rowans, I just started from where I'd stopped on the ball. So obviously I've just continuously used the ball and not like missed sections out. But yeah, they're absolutely covered in hair. They are too small for him. They probably need at least another stripe on the end. And then I don't know if he'll wear them, even if I do that, because he's finding them a little bit scratchy. I don't know why. They probably could do with they haven't been blocked, like I said, so if I soak them, that might take that scratchiness out, and then he'll probably wear them. So I did finish them, but yeah, too small. So I'm going to have to pick out that toe, which is going to be really difficult. Pick out that toe and then redo the length. But like I say, I've got plenty of yarn to do it. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen. Probably never. But I am going to try to do that. I know what I'm like. I'll say these things and then I just... I say these things and then I just don't, because I can't be bothered. But there's nothing worse though, is there, when you've finished a project and then you're like, oh, I've got one, pick that and knit a bit more on it, and there's 2 of them. It's not like I just got to knit a bit more on one, I've got to do it on both, and it's like, oh, and it won't take me long. The unpicking is going to take longer than the actual knitting, I think. Just finding that end, and then unpicking a bloomin' Kitchener stitch that's like been tightened in and everything else. I've got a big smudge on my glasses. Give me a second. But yeah, I should do it, because he asked me for socks and I made him, and he seen them and was really impressed that they were sparkly socks as well, so I should finish them for him. Anyway, that is those. That's one finished object. The other finished object I have, which again I can't remember if I've already showed you, so I'm sorry if I have, because that's pretty rubbish of me, isn't it? I'm just showing you the same finished objects going, oh look, I finished this, and you're like, yeah, we know that. But I finished this dude. So this was the Every Time. Come on, brain. Imagined landscapes. Snow matter what. It was her knit along this year, mystery knit along this year. So it was this guy. So he has little floppy arms and a floppy scarf, his nose, and then his hat. He doesn't have any eyes or anything under there. And then you could embroider a different thing on the front. She gave you 2 options. He has rice in the bottom to weight him down a little bit, and then he's just full of yarn scraps. I do really like him. I was disappointed, I think I've already said this, I was disappointed that it wasn't a gnome. And then the second guy is pretty much just this again, but he's got like a bulbous white nose, which I'd already knitted. I'd knitted his nose and I'd knitted this part of his scarf without realising that I was knitting for him, for the other guy, not this one. Because you knit this scarf and then his scarf, and then you knit his nose, the other guy's nose, and like before you even start on the body of this, it's done in like weird ways. I've never done her knit along before. It's not to say I won't do it again, because I will. I did enjoy it. It was fiddly, but I did enjoy it. It was something different, and I really do like him, and I'll be keeping him, obviously. I'm going to throw him out into the wild or anything. But I didn't want to knit the other guy, because he was just the same again, but just with the round nose that I'd already done. I was like, no, like he wasn't massively appealing. It was like, he was the same, just a different nose. So yeah, the bits that I knitted, I've just thrown them away, which makes me feel a bit like, I don't like throwing knitted things away, even if I'm not going to use them, but I was literally not going to use them. So yeah, I've done him. I do really want a gnome with like the cables and the big hat and the beard, but it's no offence to you, mate, because you're lovely. It's just, it wasn't what I was expecting, if that makes sense. Anyway, she can't do the same every year, I get it. And this is cute. So I now have a snowman. He was meant to go in my Christmas decorations box and go up with them, but he didn't. He's here. So I don't know what'll happen to him. probably sit on my desk for a bit until I put him back in the loft or something, I don't know, for Christmas. So yes, and that's it for finished objects. I have not finished anything else. I have finished, I was working on some secret socks and I have finished those. I had one to knit from start to finish. I already had the other one done. So I have been doing that, which is something that I can't show you. So I have done more knitting that you'll see. But it's, yeah, it's very sock heavy, this episode. So one of the whips I decided I was going to try and get off my list was my Teasel Softs by Jane Burns. Now, I've had these on the needles for coming up a year. But it's a pattern that you can't just sit and crack on. You've got to keep looking at the chart. It's just not a pattern that is easily goes into your brain. Whether that's just me, that's a possibility, but it's quite an extensive lace work pattern. And so I have to pick my moments to knit it. So I knew I'd finished one, which I finished ages ago. This is nothing new to regular viewers. That's this one. So I'd finished this one. This one's been blocked a while ago. So these are cuff down with a heel flap and gusset, and this lace work. I'll put my hand in so you can see it a bit better. It's hard to see in the yarn. But so this yarn is, it was from Skein and The Stitch when she did her Titans collection over the year. This was like one of the first ones she released, which was Tethys, and I just love it. But it is like a one-off yarn. And yeah, I decided Teasel were from my Make 9 from last year. I've done rubbish with my Make 9. I'm going to do a video over the next few weeks about my Make 9, but terrible. But these were one of the ones. So I got the first one finished, and then I knew that I'd cast on the second one, and I was like, do you know what? Let's just get that finished. I think it's at the heel. It wasn't. I'd done the cuff. I'd literally done the cuff. So now I'm at the heel. I've passed the heel and I'm on the foot, and I've been working away on these. I think I've got one more pattern repeat to do, which is about 24 rounds, and then the toe, and I'm done, and I will finally have my Teasel socks finished. So I'm happy about that. It is a really lovely pattern. It only comes in 2 sizes, which is a 64 and I think a 72. Don't hold me on that, I'm not 100%. But it is extensive. You have to, it's charted and it's written. I've been following the chart, but you literally do have to watch every single row. It's not even round, sorry, every single round. It's not, there's not even a knit round in between the lace. It's consistent lace, and yeah, it's not difficult lace. It's just a big chunk of lace that's constant, so it's not going in your head easy. But yeah, other than that, brilliant. It's not an other than that, because there's nothing wrong with the pattern. It's just you have to concentrate. That's all I'm trying to say. You have to concentrate. And that's why I've been picking them up and putting them down, picking them up, because I've got to choose my time to be able to knit on them. So I am using Tethys, that's this one, which is this lovely mix of greens and creams. Yeah, I love it. So hopefully they'll be finished the next time you see me, with any luck. They're also knitted on 2.5mm needles, which is a US 1.5. I think it's a US 1.5. I'll put it on the screen if I'm wrong. Yes, and I always knit my socks on a 2.25mm, a US 1. And so when I seen the pattern and it was a 64 stitch cast on, I was like, yeah, but that's what I normally knit, so I'll do it on 2.25, but they were too small. So then I cast on 2.5, but cast on the 72, I don't know why. They were too big. So then I listened to the pattern, I cast on 2.5mm, 64 stitches, and they're fine, they fit me. So yeah, just trust the pattern. They're living in my peacock bag from Woolly Tangle, which I absolutely love. And yeah. So that's those. Today I'm drinking a huge mug of biscuit brew tea by Yorkshire Tea. I haven't had it for a while. It is a relatively large mug. I haven't had it for a while. And then we bought some the other day because me and my son were like, we haven't had biscuit brew for a while, you know. Let's get some. So we did. And it's yummy. I say that's a relatively large mug and I held it against my head, but I have a relatively large head. But it is a large mug. Anyway, moving on. I did finish my mother-in-law's dickie. And I forgot to wrap it up for Christmas because I'm an absolute idiot. Gave it to her a few days after Christmas. Totally forgot to photograph it. And now she's got it. I just completely failed on the dickie front. I'm sorry. But she really likes it, and the next day she popped round. She was on her way out shopping and she was wearing it, which made me feel very happy. And yeah, I'm going to make her some more, and I've told her to tell me what colours she wants so I can make her a few. She's got them because she has such a poorly neck, and at this time of year the cold really gets into it. She has her bones are crumbling in the back of her neck, so she has a lot of pain. So that really helps. So yeah, but I'm so sorry I can't show it to you. If I can get a photo of her in it between now and when I edit this, I will try. But that's literally a matter of hours. So I don't know. But if I ever do get a picture of her wearing it, I will show you. And I promise that when I do my next one, I will photograph it before I give it to her. Or at least like film it and show you it. The other thing I'd been talking about the last time I saw you was that I was going to be making a Yoda, a baby Yoda for Rowan for Christmas. It didn't happen. The socks kind of took over and I just didn't have the time. But I did do this part. The needle's in there to sew it up because I did this on a Friday night. Now, regular viewers will know that on a Friday night I drink rum with my partner. We sit and have a drink. He doesn't drink rum, he drinks beers. I drink rum and we just watch something on the TV together, and I'll knit something simple. So I did knit this, but then when it come to sewing it up, I was like, I can't see what I'm doing. So I thought, you know what, just stick the needle in there and leave that for now. And then I didn't go back. So we've just got a Yoda shaped thing. Well, that's not even Yoda shaped, is it? It's a, let's face it, it's a, we don't want to know what that is. It's a green phallic shaped thing. I will sew it up and get that done. It will literally take me a couple of hours. They're really fast to knit, but I just need to get on and do it. I am knitting him in Drops Alaska. That's still got the DPNs so that I know where they are. Drops Alaska, I don't know what colour this is, but it's shade 45. I cannot remember what it's called. It is 100% wool. Yeah, it's is it an Aran? I think it's an Aran weight. It's 5mm needles it's asking for. But you actually do Yoda on 8mm. That's what's tucked in there. I can't remember. I was drunk when I cast it on. I was drunk when I cast it off. I don't properly remember. At least I'm honest. At least I'm honest. I will get him done. He's living in this bag, which is just one that I made myself, with kitty cats on. Yeah, I will try and get him finished for the next time you see, so you can see the Yoda instead of just a phallic object. I'm running out of space. Right, and the last and final thing. See? Not the best, is it? Sorry. Katie Herod from Songbird Handmade has released a lovely new pattern called the Nest Socks. I'm going to pop a picture up. So these they remind me of like 80s with your roller boots on, skating around with your socks. That's what they remind me of. They're basically this sock with fisherman rib. Now the reason I'm struggling on how to explain is because they're not cuff down or toe up, they're both. So you can knit them cuff down, toe up, in finger and weight or in DK weight. So the pattern is very long because it's got all these different patterns in for the same sock. I've decided to do finger and weight, cuff down, and they are fisherman's rib like throughout, and it's just so relaxing and it grows really fast as well. So I cast mine on only a couple of days ago, and this is where I'm at. So you can see that they are ribs. So that's a 1x1 rib at the top there, and then the fisherman's rib. Oh, I'm tangled. I am using my 2.75s. Are they? Yes, 2.75mm. Oh, I don't know what that is in a US 2. I think it's a 2. Pop it on the screen. These are my Knit Pro. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. But they basically have stripes all the way around, even on the cord. See the little white dots. Every 2 centimetres. So you can use them as like a measuring tool as well, which is handy. I'm using this yarn that I've had ages. So this is Pixie Dust, I'm sure it was called, from Enchanted yarn. She doesn't really dye much anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she does still dye. She's possibly still on Etsy. I will link her below. But this was, I just love this yarn. It's so pretty. But it's been caked up and in my stash for, it must be coming up 2 years that it's been caked up, which I know isn't the way to treat yarn. But I wasn't skeining it back up again. The reason being is every time I've knitted lace in it, you can't, it swallows the lace. You can't see the pattern. So it needed to be something that wasn't lacy and was just like a simple pattern. So this seems to be working out quite well. And pretty. So yeah, so that is my Nest Socks. Now the reason I've cast them on is because I said that she'd release the pattern, but she's running a MKAL for the pattern. The MKAL ends on the 15th of February. So there's still time to join if you wanted to join. And like I say, toe up, cuff down, fingering or DK. So you've got loads of options. The MKAL, at the end of the MKAL, I'm not sure how she's doing it, so don't hold me to anything. But there's prizes to be won. I don't know how she's picking the winner or anything. You would need to go to Instagram and check out Katie's post. I will link her Instagram below, but it is literally, you go to Instagram and search Songbird Handmade and you will find her. And she, I've got a really tickly nose, I'm sorry. There is loads of prizes. There's pattern from me, and there's a stitch marker from me. There's patterns from other people. I know there's Amanda Tortsey, Cuddle Bunny Knit, she's giving a pattern in there. There's sock blockers. There's just lots. There's lots of prizes. Go and check out her Instagram and find out exactly what, because I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry, my phone is going off in the background. But yeah, the Nest socks, I really like them. I can't wait to have a pair, but they're just, it's kind of like, I'm kind of tangled. It's kind of like my relaxing knit. It's like when I just don't want to think. That's what they are. And then when I want to like spend some time concentrating, I pick up my Teasel Socks. They're living in my Songbird handmade bag, which I bought from Katie a while back now, and I love this bag. So Songbird handmade socks have to live in the Songbird handmade bag, don't they? It's like the law, surely. So there we go. That is everything that I've been working on recently, other than some secret socks that you can't see. Very sock heavy. I do apologise. I really want to cast on my Polka Cats jumper with my Truly Hooked Advent, but I kind of felt like I really needed to get some things off the whip list first before I did. So I'll be doing that soon. This hoodie's made and it keeps going like this. So I will share with you some acquisitions. Yes, I will. So let me just put these back up here. So to go with my Truly Hooked calendar, I got the 10 gram calendar for Truly Hooked. So, stop it. So, yeah, I got the 10 gram minis, my calendar, so that there wasn't enough yarn in the entire calendar to do a Polka Cats jumper, which, yeah, in hindsight, but still. So I decided to get something to like add into the Advent. The Advent was really bright and rainbowy. If you didn't see it, there's a short on my YouTube that shows you the whole Advent completed. So I wanted something along the same vein so it kind of can slot in and not look too like, well, that's not in the calendar. Like, I wanted it to like kind of flow. So I looked around for like a bright mini set, and I found these from Cuddlebums. I don't think it's got a name, but I got these. Watch your eyes. So Cuddlebums is a company, they do a lot of like rainbowy type things. I've seen them at a lot of yarn shows and I do have a skein from them, but these are basically it. So we've got like a lime, a yellow, a turquoise, a blue, kind of like a red, a purple, an orange, a bubblegum pink, a purpley pink and a cerise pink. So they should fit really nicely and that will give me more than enough yarn to complete. Cuddlebums also attach a stitch marker to pretty much everything you buy from them. See if I can get that to show. It's bright red, which is always a pain in the bum on camera. Red does not like cameras. Come on now, be a good boy. Oh, I keep showing you it backwards. I don't think you can see. It's like a gummy bear. And he's on a removable bulb marker. Bulb. Yeah, he's a gummy bear. That's it, basically. I'm rubbish. So yeah, they are going to go into my Polka Cats jumper with the Truly Hooked yarn. Now, if you didn't watch my Vlogmas, which is fine, I'm not reprimanding you or anything. I did buy the yarn for the main colour of my Polka Cats jumper. I don't know why I'm talking like this. My brain's just not working. So I've got a lot more than what I'm going to show you. I'm just not showing you the whole thing. I went to Wool Warehouse and bought drops because, as we all know, I'm a drops girl when it comes to knitting my own personal jumpers, because I can't afford to not be. And I got this. So on the screen when I ordered it, it looked a little bit less, how can I put this? Less in the brown family, more in the cream family. So when it come, I was a bit like, oh, but it's grown on me, and frankly, I can't be bothered to send it back and order cream, so I'm just sticking with it. I don't know what colour it is. It's dye number 7, not dye lot, because that would be pointless. Colour number 7. I think it's called like beige mix or something. But when these are all in there, do you know what I mean? That's going to be alright, isn't it? In it, bruv. So that's what I've got. That's what I'm doing. I have a lot of it. I also, on that shopping trip, because you have to spend a certain amount to get the free shipping, and who's not going to do that, I bought another Batik Swirl by Stylecraft for another dickie for my mother-in-law. I got this one, which, what is this colour again? Highland. So it's like the heathers and everything in the Highland, and blues and grey, and I just fell in love with that, and that's more her colour. Felt like the bag was vibrating then, that was weird. And I also got some Footsie 4-ply, which I was shocked to discover is 100% acrylic. No, it's not. It's 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. Whatever that is. But I got this in the dragon fruit colourway because I thought it was gorgeous, and also apparently I'm a vanilla sock knitter now, and I needed some more vanilla sock yarn. But yeah, and I keep looking at that and going, you could just cast them on. I'm like, no, because you've got things to finish. Naughty girl. Oh, broke my bag. Oh, will it still hang up? Yes, it'll still hang up, that's fine. Right, so those are some acquisitions. Oh, I'm kicking you and everything. I also got, what was my other acquisition? Oh, so let me think what order to do this in. Right, I don't normally get anything for Christmas, yarn or wool related, knitting related, anything like that. Everyone kind of just goes, well, it's your job, why would you want it for Christmas? And I'm like, do you know me at all? This year I kind of covered my own back because I was like, right, I want something yarn related for Christmas. Terry, bless him, tries to get me yarn related. However, this year I usually like send him a few different things and go, I would like this and this or this or this. And they usually like mystery boxes and stuff. But this year he bought me an iPad, which he really shouldn't have done. It was very naughty of him. But he bought me an iPad, and not a brand new one. It's an old iPad, but still. He bought me an iPad, so I didn't get anything else. So all the things I was like sending to him, he was like going, okay, yeah, thinking, I can't afford to get you anything else, love. But the iPad's brilliant. But I did buy myself a Christmas Eve cast-on box from the Dye Shack, just to like kind of cover my own back, and I would have something else. So when it came, I didn't open it, and I just handed it to Cherry and said, like, wrap this up for me. He didn't wrap it up, he forgot all about it. So it's just in the box wrapped in. Like literally Christmas Day I was going, where's my yarn? And he was going, no, you haven't got any yarn, I bought you an iPad. And I was going, no, where's my yarn? And he was going, no, honestly, I haven't got you any yarn. And I was like, no, Terry, I gave you a box of yarn, where is it? I said, oh. So, I'm pretty sure that I'm not spoiling anybody's Christmas Eve cast-on box by sharing this yarn now. So this was from the Dye Shack, who I have met a few times in yarn shows, and she's lovely, Naomi. She's really nice, and I've bought a couple of things from her before. There is a bit of crinkling because it's tissue. Inside, I got a chocolate Santa, which I haven't eaten yet. There. I got some snowflake needle stoppers in a lovely pearly bag. What are they called? What is that called? And this sock set. So it is blue with purpley bits in, and then this bright pink, burn your eyes, mini. I don't think it's got a name, just Christmas Eve 2023 it says on the back. But there you go. So that was my surprise to myself. Why not? Oh. Sorry. It's an alarm on my phone. But then my mother-in-law came good. I haven't got everything with me. Oh. She bought me a mug that said #1 knitter on the front, because I am. And my sister-in-law bought me this because of the videos. There's chalk in here. And she bought me this. She said it was more for the Eweknitty podcast when I'm doing bloopers with Jane. Not that we plan the bloopers, but when I'm recording with Jane. And Jane said I need to change this to woolly wood. So, so we've got action. So we'll be using that in our next videos for the giggles. My mother-in-law, back to her again, got me this amazing project book. So I never dreamed I'd grow up to be a sexy knitting lady, but here I am, killing it. Yeah. And it's like this inside. So you put your project stuff in there. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely try my hardest to use that. You literally only get that each project though, so there's like, there must be 1,000 projects in here because every page is a different project. But I'm going to definitely try and use that for, at least for designing. And then my brother-in-law, even though he kind of cheated, I can't really give him that much credit, because he rang me up and said, what can I get you? I'm stuck. And I went, get me this book. So he did. So he got this. So I need to start reading this. I haven't even properly looked at it yet. Because, yeah, no mojo, no nothing, didn't want to be bothered. But I'm super happy that I finally got this book. It's been on my list forever. So that is my Christmas haul, hauly haul. Yeah, I didn't get anything else like knitting related, or I just got pyjamas and socks and slippers and things. and rum. I got some chocolate orange rum off my mum. Oh, delicious. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. So this morning, I went to wake up the boys ready for school, and I kind of like, Caden has to be up, my eldest, who's 15, he has to be up before the other one, so I kind of always try and just wake him up, in case I can leave the other one sleeping a little bit longer. You can have like pretty much half an hour more, but I know it's not a lot, but still. He's only 7, so every little bit counts, but he pretty much always wakes up when I wake up Caden, because Caden takes such an effort to wake him up, so I always end up waking up Rowan. But Rowan woke up this morning, so I was waking Caden up, and then Rowan like sat up. He's on like a high-rise bunk, and he sat up and he went like that on the side of his bunk, and one hand was completely blue. Don't panic. He'd found a felt tip when he'd gone to bed. So I'd put him to bed, and he'd literally got into bed and sat and coloured in his entire hand. Then he drew snowflakes on his chest and some snowflakes on one of his feet before he was discovered and threw the pen out of his bed. Not discovered, nobody knew what he was doing. His brother had come into the room, thinking that Rowan would be asleep by then, gone back into his room because they share a bedroom. So Caden had gone back into the bedroom, and he knew like he was going to get in trouble if Caden had discovered he was up to something, so he just threw the pen out of his bed. So I don't know where the pen is or what it was. He said it was a Crayola pen, but obviously then in his sleep he's gone like this. So he woke up this morning, his hand was completely blue, like you couldn't see any skin. His entire hand up to about here was just blue. And he had it all around his mouth and on his forehead and down one side of his face, and it's all under his neck here as well, where he's been sleeping with his hand. And then he's got snowflakes on his chest and on his feet. So I had to try and scrub him. I took a photo. It's a terrible photo of him. I'll pop it up. I took a photo because I said to him, let me take a photo of you so everyone can see what an idiot you are. And he went, no. And then that's when I took the photo. So it's an awful photo because he said no to me. And we scrubbed him and I managed to get so much off, but when he went to school he was like his skin was like a kind of like grey colour where I'd like tried to get this blue off. So, and it was like under his eye here and it was all around his mouth. It looked awful. And I said to his teacher, like, he hasn't got the dreaded lurgy or anything, like he's fine. He's just decided to colour himself in, and I've tried to wash it off. So that was my morning. Today's Thursday. On Tuesday we completely slept in. I woke up at 9:15. I'm supposed to be up at 7:15. Caden starts school at 8:20. So I totally overslept, and I slept through my alarm, and the boys both slept through another alarm that went off in their bedroom. And normally when that alarm goes off, that wakes me up as well. Like if it goes off when I haven't got an alarm set or something, I can hear it, wakes me up. No, I was absolutely out for the count. So we obviously needed it, but it's not good, is it? So I've had a bit of a week trying to get back into the swing of reality. I'm like kind of fighting back apparently. But yeah, other than that, all good. So next time you see me, well, I'm gonna my videos in between my podcast videos. I'm gonna plan out my make nines, and we're gonna go through those over the next couple of weeks and show you how I did with the last one, which is horrendous. Don't get your hopes up. And then plan the next one going forward, which is probably going to be a lot like this year because I've barely touched it. Meaning there'll be the same kind of patterns is what I mean, because I want to still do them. But in the next episode, episode 53, I'm hoping that I've at least got a Yoda to show you, and I've got some other things. Maybe my polka cat's jumper might be cast on, hopefully. But yes, that is all from me for this week, so I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope I've at least given you a bit of a giggle with my son turning into an avatar creature. I'll see you in episode 53. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.